Welcome back. In today's episode, we're going to be discussing focus and some strategies that you can use to be more focused. Once a month, I mentor a group of young entrepreneurs, and this month, the topic was focus. So each of us brought to the meeting different ideas on how we stay focused and how we stay on point in our businesses. So I'm going to share with you today the various ideas and strategies that each participant came up with. I know you'll find these interesting. Stay tuned.
Welcome to this edition of Peak Performance Podcast with your host, Thor Conklin. Thor will be sharing the necessary tools, strategies, and psychology you'll need to become a peak performer in any area of your life or business.
Thor Conklin here. We give you the tricks, the tips, the tools, the strategy, the technology, and the psychology peak performers use in order to get more done and execute at the highest level. If you know what to do but struggle with getting it all done, or simply want to raise your game to the next level, this podcast is for you. Sit back and enjoy. Okay, today's topic is focus. How do we stay focused? So here's some ideas from the mentoring group. First, exercise. Get up every morning, exercise, and do that before you attack your day. Block time. Make sure you set up time in your calendar, set it up in your phone. Pick a project, work on it for 50 minutes or so, and then end of 50 minutes, the alarm goes off, take 10 minutes, go outside, stretch, do something, get away from your desk. Change your environment. Now, next, environment. Make sure that your desk, your office, or wherever you work is extremely clean and clutter-free. Get as much off the desk and out of sight as possible. Calendar. You got to put down your appointments. You got to put down your list of to-dos. Get them on a calendar. Put them into a time slot and just start working them. Use your phone. Use the stopwatch on that. I do that all the time. I'll spend 30 minutes on something. I set the stopwatch, hit it, and I'm off to the races. As soon as that alarm goes off, I'm done working on that particular project. I'll get up, walk away for 5 minutes, come back. Disengage all notifications, bells, alarms, whistles, everything. You do not want any distractions. If you have an iWatch, take it off. That is one of the worst devices created to destroying focus. Do the important stuff first. Don't wait for later in the day. Just do it now. I use a stand-up desk, which helps tremendously. When you're standing, it is much easier to stay focused and centered on what you're doing as opposed to sitting and just kind of going through your day squirming. It's much better for your back. There's a couple options. You can go to UpDesk for a nice adjustable desk. They start about $500. And there's even an adjustable desk component on Amazon that's like $40. That's like this cardboard adjustable desk basically that you end up putting on top of your regular desk and you can stand. So 2 options on that. From some of the participants in the mentoring group, here's some of their ideas. Take physical notes with pad and paper. It's much easier to stay focused when you're using pad and paper versus a computer. Give that a try. Plan your top 3 priorities and do the first one first. First thing in the morning. Breath. Take a deep breath before you start something. Yes, and get centered. Make sure that you're keeping list. Stay organized. During the day, if there's a lot of distractions in the office, put on headphones and get some music on Spotify or something like that that is lyric-free music. There's plenty of it out there. When you're taking your breaks from your block time, go outside, get some fresh air, get some sun. Spend your 10 minutes outside, not just walking around the office. Get up early. Do not sleep in. Get up early, start attacking the day. Get great sleep, which means get to bed early. If you have any questions about sleep, shoot me an email. I've got a whole thing on sleep. Smile. Yes, smile. Smile. Have some fun. Accountability. Tell someone what you're doing, when you're supposed to be accountable for it, and when it's going to get done. There's even some apps out there that you can use for accountability. Self-talk. Tell yourself, look, this is really important. I'm going to do this. Pep yourself up. All right, let's go. I got 50 minutes. I'm going to go crush this project. I got this. Ready, set, go. The time of day matters. If you're best in the morning, schedule in the morning to get those high priorities done. If you are better later in the day, and that's really truly when you're at your best, schedule them then. Now, I caution you because I find most people are better in the morning. And if you're not a morning person, train yourself. You can do it. Get away from people. Just get by yourself. One of the participants suggests get in a very large room with high ceilings. And what this does for him is if he has a lot of space, he finds himself more grounded and focused as opposed to in a small, confined space. Never heard of that before, but that's one of his suggestions. When needing to focus, what is the target? Make sure you understand what the target is. Eliminate all distractions. If someone is being distracted in a meeting, remove them from the meeting if you have that ability. Do not allow distractions to come in from devices or any outside influences, including people. Make sure everything you're working on is time-bound, that there's a time associated with every single process, every single project, every single meeting that you're doing. Do not let things go overtime or drag or not be time-bound, because what happens is if you give yourself 30 minutes to get something done, or you give yourself an hour, the project will stretch out to fit the time slot. Keep the time slots small. If someone comes in and tries to distract you, do not engage. Ignore. Just ignore the people. If you have an office, put a sign on the office. Do not disturb. I'm working on an important project. Cubicle, same thing. You're going to have to teach people around you not to engage. Make sure that you leave time to celebrate your successes. You don't want to just keep going. You do your time block, you take a walk outside, come back in, celebrate. Got that one done. You'll start to teach your body and your mind that you get something done and you celebrate. Learn to say no. We've talked about this over and over again in these podcasts. If you are saying yes to too many things, you are not going to be a peak performer and you're not going to be focused on what you need to be focused on. Say no. Get used to saying no. And the final concept is sprint, rest, sprint, rest, sprint, rest. Football players, right? They don't play football for 3 hours. They play football for just a few minutes. Most of the time, it's between plays, it's between quarters. The actual amount of time that a football player is actually engaged in the course of running or passing or doing whatever they're doing in movement on the field is just a few minutes every single game. Sprint and then rest a little bit. Sprint and rest a little bit. So those are the concepts on focus. Hopefully those will get you more focused, because if you're not focused, you can't execute. If you can't execute, it doesn't matter. It's all about the execution. So best of luck to you. Work on these strategies. Any of these habits, it's about doing them over and over and over and over again. Question of the day. Where in your life are you struggling with focus? What do you need to eliminate? What do you need to add? What's getting in your way? Identify those things and come up with a strategy to remove them once and for all. Thank you so much for listening today. I really do appreciate your time, and I hope you found today's show valuable. If you would like to receive these shows automatically to your phone or to your computer, simply go to iTunes and subscribe. After listening to several of the shows, if you're so inclined, please leave us a 5-star rating, as this helps us reach additional people and spread the message. If you're truly committed to taking your life to the next level and doing whatever it takes to become a peak performer, but something's holding you back, something is blocking your way, and you just can't seem to figure out what it is, send me an email to info@thorconklin.com, and I'd be more than happy to get on the phone with you. We'll schedule a 15-minute discovery call. No obligation, no cost. I absolutely love to hear from the listeners, and if there's something I can do to help, I'd be more than happy to do that. Also, if you found something of great interest in today's show and you want to share that with your friends and family, simply go to my Facebook page, Thor Conklin, click on the episode, hit the share button, and share it on your page. You can follow me at Twitter at Thor Conklin. The website is thorconklin.com. We're constantly adding new free resources discussing additional tricks, tips, tools, and strategies on how to be a peak performer. Remember, I try to keep these episodes short so you can listen to them during dot time, doing other things, commuting, driving, walking, working out. Decide to be a peak performer in all that you do. And until tomorrow, have an absolutely amazing day.